Coming up on this episode of Free Lunch.
I think people just need to realize at the end of the day, Instagram is an app. So at the end of the day, once you close that app out, it doesn't matter.
We don't got nobody holding our hand. We sitting there late at night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, scrolling through social media, going through websites, submitting here, submitting my music here. Okay, the waves is out of control. The waves is disrespectful, really.
I don't know. I just feel like I can do it. I can just do anything I put my mind to, honestly. You know, that's just the mindset I have.
Why do you have that mindset? What makes you think that? What gives you the audacity to think that you could do whatever you put your mind to?
Started to really see how important connections are, because I wouldn't be where I am today without all the connections that I had.
But Ray's here now, and Ray's doing a lot. Ray's out here getting these bands. Stop playing with me. In the mix of a bunch of those no's, you get one yes.
That's all it takes.
And that one yes connects you to your next yes.
Yep, it lines
and
up.
Your next opportunity. It's Free Lunch Season 3 with a special thanks to our sponsors, Bullseye-LLC.com, Ready, Aim, Bullseye, where safety is our ammo, Gen1LLC.info, Generation 1 Logistics, taking pride in putting our carriers first and helping owner-operators get premium loads, stay organized, and increase profit, and ScarletOakCandleCo.com, the self-care experts. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Freestyle Gospel, a.k.a. The Real Free, with another episode of Free Lunch. And I have a special guest here. All the guests are special. You know, I find a reason for all of them to be special because you're God's creature, because you're one of God's own. But this guest is special because this dude just kicked the door in of my DMs, man, was like, hey, man, you should speak to me. Nah, but you know what? I extrapolate a lot of information from a plethora of ways when I'm assessing things in the environment or people. And I always think like, hey man, people that are just a particular type, bold like that, they must be interesting. And so I'm like, you know what? I got some time in my schedule this week, young man. Come through here, man, and talk to the people. So without any further ado, let's give it up for my man Ray, y'all.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Ray in the building.
Oh, man.
My man Ray. So, Ray, is that what you go by? Is that what, like, you introduce yourself as, is Ray?
Yeah.
Right, you don't have, like, nothing, you know, like Ray money bags or nothing like that? Ray's laughing because he knows that that's a real thing. People do that.
I mean, besides Ray, I get called Bands.
Bands?
So my Instagram is Ray Bands.
Okay.
So it's either Ray.
How'd you get that name?
Just Ray, my first name, and then Bands as in money. You know, I just put
Bands.
Yeah.
Okay, not Ray Bands like I wear cool glasses.
Just
Ray Bands.
Reference to money.
I'm getting money out here, Bands. Bands. If you could like count on your finger or estimate a number, how many people in your circle or sphere of influence call you Bands?
Honestly, I would say maybe 80%.
80%.
Because nowadays
80% Bands out here. Trying to get to 100% Bands.
Nah, seriously.
But right now it's 80% Bands out here.
Hey, that's the goal, you know?
Hey man, this is goal for me. Shoot, I'm out here trying to get these bands.
For real.
For real. All right. Well, so what led you to come across the platform? How did you come across the page?
So it was one of those days where you just kind of explore Instagram, and I was just watching all my friends' stories, and I came across Jaden Salstrez. Shout out to him, by the way.
Came across Free Lunch out there.
And he
working the algorithm.
He had reposted the reel, I guess, of your podcast with him.
The Real Free, that's right.
Yeah, so I was just watching and I was like, that guy seemed cool. Let me just reach out and see if he's eligible to put me in this, podcast.
Yeah, he actually does seem really cool.
He's cool. He's cool people.
Nah, the Real Free does seem like a cool guy.
Yeah.
I would have went into his DMs as well. I'd have been like, bro, yo, holla at your boy, man. Stop playing. So what particular did you actually get a chance yet to hear? Because that episode actually just dropped recently. Did you get a chance to hear that episode with Jaden?
I literally just seen what was posted.
the snippet.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably asking a lot. Did you remember the snippet? Do you remember which snippet it was?
It was the one where it was like
what he was talking about.
He was talking about like having an LLC and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And then I seen like the bloopers or whatever you had posted on your page after. Like
yeah.
Yeah, so
Really, really cool dude.
yeah, he's cool with people.
Really cool dude.
Yeah.
Gotta get him in here again, man. Just because he's on a trajectory of doing some other cool stuff, and
Yeah.
I like to see and like follow people's story, to see how it's evolving.
Yeah,
over time.
yeah, he's doing a lot.
Yeah. So what it is that, but Ray's here now. So and Ray's doing a lot. Ray's out here getting these bands. Stop playing with me. All right. What is Ray into? What is Ray doing these days?
Honestly, nowadays, I'm more so just trying to build up my name in any aspect. You know, that's why I want to tune into doing like podcasts and just show my face more, because I feel like nowadays it's a lot of people don't know who I am only based off of just pictures. They just see me and they just know model, but they don't know anything about me, you know?
Oh, so you're model?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been modeling?
Since 2019.
2019?
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
has that been something like you grew up always like wanting to aspire to do, or that's kind of a recent?
No, so believe it or not, when I was younger, I was doing modeling, but when I was younger, my mom didn't really want to really commit to doing all that traveling and doing all that stuff, which is, I understand.
It's a lot. It could be a lot. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of pushed it away for a while, and I started to kind of not be as interested in it for a while. And then over time, I want to say probably from the age of like 19, I started to get back into it, you know? And ever since I got back into it, I always just kept going with it, you know?
Fire.
Yeah.
You got to stick with it. But when you're definitely a minor, it's a lot of work for the parent.
No, I understood.
I tried to do that one time with my daughter when she was little. And when I tell you, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
man. And especially when you're young, you don't really know if you really want to do it.
Yeah.
So you could get caught up kind of in a situation where, you know, it's something that you want to do, that kid wants to do for a little while. And then the parent done put all this time and money and, you know, pitches and all this stuff into it. And then the kid suddenly, like cold turkey, is like, you know what, I'm interested in football now. Or I want to play back. You know, so.
Changing the snap of a finger, seriously.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, as you get older though, the things that you want to achieve and aspire to solidifies a little bit more.
Yeah.
Has that been like something that like has started to take shape for you or even change? Like, so like, you know, you've been doing the modeling now. Do you see that being something that stays solidified? Like, you know, I'll probably 10 years from now, I'll see myself still modeling. Or do you see it like evolving or changing into something else? Like, is it just like kind of a means to an end where like I plan to model now because 5 years from now, I actually want to get into acting or, you know what I mean?
It's kind of in the middle with that, because I feel like I have a unique look, and I've always been on the fashion scene. I've been into clothes forever, so I've always wanted to pursue that. So if anything, I'm fine with modeling for a certain amount of time and evolving from that, because I'd also act too.
You kind of a good looking dude. I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, you got the wave spinning. I mean, I know if y'all not, you know, catching the video snips, you know, if you just, you know, listening, I'm gonna give y'all, you know, for the listeners. I gotta do this for the listeners. Yeah. And I got a lot of single ladies, young lady listeners out there that love to model. So I'm gonna try to describe with y'all, because I'm a wordsmith. I'm good with words. All right. I'm gonna try to give y'all a breakdown of what this dude looking like right now. All right. He got the waves spinning. Okay, the waves is out of control. The waves is disrespectful, really. All right, he got the sharp edge up. He knew he was coming in here today, so he was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop at the barber, have my man shape me up. All right, he got a sharp lineup. You know, he's kind of got the chocolate skin. You know, not dark skin, but it's like that.
It's in the middle.
It's like that deep brown. You know what I mean? You know, thing going on, y'all. He got the goatee. He got the goatee, but he got the full beard coming in on the side though, y'all. Like it's not even patchy, ladies. Listen. This dude I got the patchy. I'm trying to work mine in, you know.
You know what you gotta do? I got some it's a thing called beard lotion.
Well, you could get to that after. I don't want you to interrupt this description when trying to get the ladies, bruh.
The ladies
trying to help you right now. All right?
My bad.
Okay. All right. He got the artisans, looks like one of a kind.
Yep.
You know, shirt in here. I ain't never even seen a shirt like this.
Knitted.
All black. Like, this joint look exclusive.
Yeah, it's a knitted flannel.
Did you get that custom made?
No, it's actually from a website.
Yo, this.
It's clean.
He looked like he's somebody model, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. He looked like he out here modeling something.
I appreciate it, man.
All right. Now tell me about the beard oil secret. What you doing?
So
And then you could tell me about the wave secret. Nah, I got braids, so I ain't got the waves no more.
There's just a beard lotion I use after I wash my beard every day, you know. I wash my beard every day. I feel like you have to. It's part of your face. So I wash my beard every day after I shower. And when when we get off air, you could tell me the product name. Yeah, I got you.
You can't say the product names on the air.
Yeah.
Because they're not paying me.
Yeah, I know.
When they paying me, then we could say their names. Okay. So you got beard lotion.
Beard lotion. I use beard lotion and beard oil. I kind of rotate the two. One day I'll do beard lotion, and then beard oil the other day, because beard oil kind of makes it grow.
All right.
And then beard lotion just keeps it moisturized.
Okay.
So, you know.
I be needing to moisturize.
Yeah, so that's...
Because it be like in the morning I might throw something on there, and then by like the midday it's just dry and brittle.
Yeah, just beard lotion.
Now my beard falling off, you know? like it's a sewing or something.
Yeah, but I'll definitely share the name with you. Cool. You definitely,
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you're into the modeling. Some of the acting. You're not against acting.
No, so
you could do that. You could see yourself digging that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have the personality for it, because I don't know, I just feel like I can do it. I can just do anything I put my mind to, honestly. You know, that's just the mindset I have.
Why do you have that mindset? What makes you think that? What gives you the audacity to think that you could do whatever you put your mind to? Where do you get that from?
It's just more so like I don't know. I just kind of trained myself to be like that, because you're not gonna get anywhere kind of doubting yourself. You know, I feel like the only way you're gonna get successful and be something is if you actually make the effort to do it. And obviously, within that, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but you can't let the downs overcome the whole situation. You know,
respect.
Anybody that's in a higher position than us, think about what they had to deal with to get there. You know.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
I'm gonna take these headphones off, man. I'm gonna
take them off too.
So are you getting to a place where like many people get to that point where it's, I believe I could do anything and everything I put my mind to, until they get to kind of like this point of plateau, like where kind of like there's no new challenge
so it kind of
ahead of you. So not that it slows down, but then like because you kind of are at that place or a plateau, as everything that's around you presently, it's so it's all worked out okay and fine. So that only encourages you to believe more, so that you could do whatever you put your mind to, because nothing's really challenging you really greatly or making you feel or hint to the fact that you might not be able to achieve this thing.
Yeah.
Like, so for you, is there anything presently though that is constantly like challenging your growth, like showing you or giving you a certain measure of difficulty, and you like, yo, that particular thing right there, like I'm realizing like I having to like stay on top of this or keep grinding or like struggling through this and growing more in this area or this thing? Like, so what's the challenging thing for you right now that forces your growth? Or is it all kind of a plateau? Like I'm coasting right now. Everything is pretty.
Well, I would say more so right now I'm kind of looking at everything in the same aspect. I'm kind of just going with the flow and just, trying to make sure I do the best with it. But the only thing that's really kind of not an issue, but I'm actually, so I do modeling, like I said before. I model and I also like walk in shows and stuff and on the runway.
Okay.
So that's something that's still new, because I've only been in one show or two when I walked. It's still fairly new to me. So I have to adjust to that. That's the only really new thing that I have to overcome, because
I got a few people who throw those really? Modeling events that follow the platform.
Oh,
so, maybe they come across you, man, and check this episode and see, reach out to you.
I'm just, I just want to show my face as much as I can. I feel like I feel like that's just the best thing for me to do.
You gotta put yourself out there, man.
Yeah.
You can't be scared to do that.
I'm also now, since like a couple years ago, I wasn't really too fond on traveling around and trying to show my face. I'm not like an antisocial person, but I'm kind of isolated. I like to stay within my circle, but I've been getting out of that mindset lately, because I started to really see how important connections are, because I wouldn't be where I am today without all the connections that I had. You know what I mean?
That's a bar. I wouldn't be where I am today without the other connections.
Yeah, seriously, connections are the hugest thing right now.
So you don't subscribe to like this idea? I be hearing people talk about like nah, man, I'm self-made. Like I'm a self-made. This, like I came up on my own. Like I did it all on my own. That's not the wave you on.
how do I explain it? I feel like everybody at some point has to get, in a sense, help from somebody to benefit.
Exactly.
It's
There's no way you could do everything on your own.
Exactly.
Somebody had to give you a handshake, a invite,
something.
Yeah.
There's no.
I don't know where that, like, where do you think that idea, that mindset comes from?
I feel like that's just
like,
more.
How does somebody? Where do you think people get that idea that, like, I did it on my own, or what do you think they might even mean by it? Maybe they don't even mean it the way we think, like I did everything and achieved everything on my own, but maybe they mean it in another way.
It might be more so in a sense like, all right, I took the connection that I had and I made it.
I took it on my own and made it grow.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's where I can see it have proper context.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one thing to have somebody say, for instance, I had an opportunity some years back, this is probably now like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, where I had an opportunity to get one of my music videos recorded, like shot and recorded for free.
Oh.
By a video videographer.
Yeah.
And the way that, it was kind of like I wouldn't say like a competition, but it's like they put on their social media a post one day that was like, if any artist who needs a music video done, send me an audio of like your latest track or a track that you would want a music video for.
Yeah.
And then I'll select 2 of the ones I think are the best tracks.
Yeah.
And I'll do a music video for you, like for nothing, for free.
That sounds good.
So I was like, bet. Like at the time, I didn't have a music video done, like like an actual professional one.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I submitted, and I did that on my own.
Yeah.
Like I had to take the initiative.
Yeah.
Like initiative is something that you could do and a lot of times have to do on your own.
Right.
Like there's nobody gonna be holding Ray's hand and submitting, his portfolio to modeling agencies to get booked.
Right.
But Ray does know he needs the modeling agency.
Exactly.
He can't do that, what they do, on his own.
You gotta do your part.
But his part, the part that is self, quote unquote, made, so I filled out the whole application for you, Ray. You just need to put your signature right. So yeah, those people, they're not self-made. They're not taking initiative on their own. They got somebody holding their hand.
Right.
And then there's those of us that we don't got nobody holding our hand. We sitting there late at night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, scrolling through social media, going through websites, submitting here, submitting my music here, sending this there. That's what I think is the self grind.
Right, that is.
You taking all that initiative on your own.
That's you.
And that's what
making it happen.
That's what I can see a young man like yourself see you doing. And that's what makes, and what does that do? That energy draws opportunities to you. So it's that energy that I see in my inbox.
Yeah, now when I messaged you, I knew that came off like that.
And I go, oh, this a brave dude. Like, who is this?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? It same energy brings and draws to you same energy.
Exactly.
Similar. You trying to get ahead.
Yeah.
And somebody see that hunger, that passion, and they're like, you know what? Let's give this dude a shot.
Exactly.
Let's do, you know what I mean? Because he done submitted this portfolio to us like 6 times, man. He must be, he like, yo, I got new photos.
Right.
I got better ones than last year. You might have told me no last year, but this year.
Yeah. This year's different.
Yo, if I told you the amount of no's that I've received, man, over my 10 or plus years doing music, traveling, doing it, spoken word, my, poetry, whatever. Man, tons, countless. But in the mix of a bunch of those no's, you get one yes.
That's all it takes.
And that one yes connects you to your next yes.
Yep, it lines
and
up.
Your next opportunity and the next one. So you gotta have that, man. Would you say you get that from, like, I don't know, like your mom, your dad, mentors you have, or something? Like, where do you think you get that from? Because some people don't have
that mindset.
What you got, like that mindset of like, I could do anything I put my mind to, being hungry. Like, where do you think you got it from?
So it's a little bit of everybody. So my father plays a big part, my mom plays a big part, and then my uncle. because those
are go-getters in your life.
Those are the ones that will do whatever they got to do to make sure they got, they'll do whatever they have to do to make sure it's done, That's how
fire.
and I really I seen that at a young age, and I always just kind of more so told myself, I don't want to be like them, but I want to have certain traits like them, I want to be able to, in a sense, learn from them and expand, So I definitely appreciate that.
Are you a only child?
That's exactly another thing too. I'm the only child, so I have a lot to prove.
And they was pouring. They had everything just pouring you.
Yeah.
So you got it saturated.
Exactly.
You got the saturated kind of juice. You know what I'm saying? That y'all gotta you gotta cut it with water.
Yep.
And mix it. You got the saturated portion right there, man.
I'm just trying to make sure
concentrated portion. That's what it is, from concentrate. That juice from concentrate.
And another thing too that more so motivated me to be like this was just like a couple years back, getting out of high school and stuff. When I was just getting out of high school, I graduated 2016. From 2016 till about 2018, a little bit before I found modeling, I felt not lost, but I was just trying to find my purpose, And I always kind of, I was just kind of dabbling through a lot of stuff. And I told myself, whatever sticks with me, whatever I actually stick to, and it it works for me, I'm just going to keep going with it no matter what. I don't care if it's going to be a slow day or a slow week or a slow month or a slow year. I'm just going to keep doing it because I know 1 year is going to benefit. Just like, think about an upcoming artist. Sometimes they're not going to get the recognition off the first couple of years or whatever the case is, but all it takes is that one song or that one music video or that one connection, and it'll just benefit you to just shoot up to this, to the next level, man.
What do you think that's keeping people back from getting that revelation that you have? You get that getting told no is part of the process, and so you have to keep on going because eventually you hear right? What is the part you think getting your other peers, people that are in your age group,
to think like that?
Well, struggling to think like how you think. What is keeping them from being bold with themselves, putting themselves out there, their talent, their gift, whatever it is that they want to do, putting it out there like that? What do you think it is primarily holding that back?
I think it's more so, I think it's two things. One, probably the people that they're surrounded by, and social media. Because social media is probably, honestly, one of the biggest. It has a lot of pros and a lot of cons because.
I mean, I get the people you surround.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The people you surround yourself part, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say social media.
What do I mean by that?
Usually, I think one perspective is, right, that people gather inspiration from social media because they see you living maybe this glamorous life, or you like a movie star or a model, and they follow you on social media. Yeah. And so that makes them look at you and go, hey, I want to do that. But you're saying social media in some ways is acting as a deterrent, stopping people from what you. How is social media in your mind doing that? How is it negatively telling people or showing people hey, I might not be able to be successful at this, or I probably can't do this?
It all depends on how that person more so carries themselves. I feel like depending on the person, a lot of people, for instance, say if I were to be on vacation and I took a picture.
Okay.
Depending on who the person is, some person might view that and be like, dang, I want to be on vacation just like him. And that might motivate them. And then there's people who, in a sense, compare themselves to another person. And maybe if they're not living like that, they might feel like, dang, I'm not doing enough. And they might overthink to where it's in a sense, they put themselves in this deep hole. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think social media is definitely a great tool, but it also is it can have its cons to where sometimes you might drive yourself crazy because I feel like a lot of people base their next move off of what people do and say on social media. I feel like...
Should we blame social media?
Not blame.
Should social media be the blame of a lot of that? Or do you think it's individual, need to be able to eat the meat and spit out the bones, so to speak?
I think people just need to realize at the end of the day, Instagram is an app. So at the end of the day, once you close that app out, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing that people don't really sit to realize and sit down and think about. It's an app. Instagram is literally moments of your life that you want to show. Pictures, or whatever the case is, a video. Those are just little glimpses of your life that you're showing. Yeah. So I don't think that.
So you don't think it's the people are celebrities out there, celebrity models, actors, music artists. They shouldn't feel any type of way or feel bad about posting their glamorous life or pieces of it, like that you know, whatever that ultimately makes the person on the other side seeing it feel like or think like, that's not on them.
I just feel like you shouldn't take, I feel like you shouldn't take, like, how do I explain it? When you see something on social media, you shouldn't put that much thought into it.
No, but you're talking about from the person seeing it and receiving it. I'm talking about, what do you think is, if at all, the responsibility of the person on the other side who's posting it?
Oh.
Do you feel like, you know, that's not their responsibility? Like, you know, they should be able to post whatever they want.
It's their page.
It's their page. They could post a little or whatever.
Yeah, that's not their fault.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Somebody might take that as motivation
or harm or, you know, or feel them or fall into some depressive state from seeing, hey, you look like you're living happy. In my mind, right, I think there is some a small degree, not a lot, a small degree of responsibility to take as me, you know, having a social media presence myself. And to the extent that responsibility is what I say is, because you're right, you can't control what somebody's gonna, how they're gonna take your content. But what I try to do is, because I know there are people who are out there like that, who are not,
you try to
not as strong in how they might interpret what they see.
Yeah.
I tried to reveal a more complete picture of my life.
I understand.
So not only sharing with my fans or followers or, you know, the highlights.
Yeah.
But being able to also like show you glimpses of like the struggle in the process.
Yeah, I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
So that even those people on the receiving side, when they see it, they can go, all right, I saw, you know, okay, you know, he was winning this award, you know, yesterday, or he was on the red carpet here, or, oh, he's in that movie there. Oh, but you know what? Then I saw, wow, like he was talking about how, you know, he didn't get this opportunity, but you know what? He, you know, plan on, you know, trying again this year. Or, you know what? How he might have had a rough day today and, you know, really wasn't feeling, you know, his most creative self. So, you know, he took a break up from the studio. He didn't go in the studio today. Like,
I understand.
I find value in that. And that, again, the thing is like, yo, as an individual, is something that you like forced to do or have to do? Like, no, you don't. But I think it makes us be better individuals towards one another. When we can consider someone else while we're in the midst of our creative process.
I understand.
So your creative process is just that. It's yours.
Yeah.
And your life and your journey. That's why the word yours in front of all those words, it's yours.
Right.
But it says, I think it offers a bit of insight about the character of a person when while doing all those things that are yours, you are also in some way considering and thinking about the next person who's coming and crossing paths with you.
Nah, I understand.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you for coming through. At the end of our show at Free Lunch, we try to end with something that's always edifying to the soul, like lunch is for the body.
Yeah.
So, you know, play on words there. So if you could give the audience or the listeners the one thing that you want them to leave and walk away with, something that could be edifying for their soul, beneficial to their soul, what would it be?
Honestly, what I would say is to just do, whatever you want to do, just pursue it as much as you can. I know some days it might not seem like it's going to work out, and that's fine because nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect on this earth, and we have to all accept that. So I feel like if you want to go out and model, or if you want to be a YouTuber, or whatever you want to be, a gamer on Twitch, start now. Start today. Don't hesitate, because think about it. Every day that you didn't do it, that's just one day that you know what I mean? You could have put more time into that and built up to be getting to the next level. So I feel like if you have something you want to do, don't hesitate, because you don't want to live in regret. That's the worst thing to do. So pursue what you want to do, and just make sure you don't let off the gas.
Don't let off the gas.
Yeah,
that might be the title of this episode.
Don't let off the gas.
Don't let up off the gas. I don't know, man. Yo, it's free lunch, free food for your soul, y'all. Peace.